Hello, fellow shitasses. Hello, fellow shitasses. Hello. Welcome to the Ghost Pepper Lollipop, where the takes are spicy, the host is sweet, and we engage multiple things can be true at the same time, and often are. I have the music up too dang loud. How is everybody? How are you today? Oh my gravy. I hear me. I can't abide. Here, there we go. No, shush you. Shush me. Which one is me? Oh, it's this me. Shush me. Which me? Shush me! Oh, there we go. I had to shush me. have me in my voice. And I can't do that. Can't do that. It was too many. How is everyone? Hello. There is a link pinned if anybody wants to talk to me. Somebody please talk to me. Otherwise, I have to look at cursed things, and then I have to show you cursed things. It is, oh, y'all. There are cursed things. Yes, gay, probably lesbian. Yes. This emote resembles me. This emote may resemble me. Yes, it may. Recovering from a concert and preparing to go to another one. What concert did you go to? Maddie's going to a concert too. Maddie's going to a concert I went to. It's such a good show. I'm so giddy that you're gonna like know all the show things like after tonight. It's gonna be so fun. Such a good show. It's such a good show. You're gonna love it. And it is a full show. Oh, it's so good. I don't want to do spoilers. I don't want to do spoilers. But it is a real, it's like, yeah, it's so good. It's so good. No spoilies. I'm not spoiling it. There's too many of you that are gonna go. Yeah, no, the show started pretty well on time, yeah. I mean, and they were hustling, not even a lie. They were so hustling, like fires all over the place, having to put out fires, and like they were driving from like one place 8 hours away to the next place 8 hours away. Like they were driving 8 hours and then getting themselves up on stage. It was wild. So yeah, it's a good show though. They did a good job. Because it was her and it's her and oh my gravy. My brain just dumped the other. Oh no. Ooh, wild. That'll be so cool, Maddie. I'm jelly. I'm jelly. I'm way jelly now. That's wicked. Hang on, let me tell you the other, my brain just dumped the other artist name out of my head for some reason, which is weird. That usually doesn't happen, but I'm gonna tell you who it is because that can't be a thing. Oh my god. And then they had a local person as well. Amber Ryan. Oh my gravy, how did I forget that? Oh, yeah. I refuse to allow it to be forgotten. Oh wow. I hope you have lots of fun, Dak. Be safe on your ventures to and from and all of that. Excuse me, one sec. Excuse me. All right. Let's do this. Somebody call me. Somebody give me a call. Let's talk. Let's talk about... Oh, I forgot my thingy thing. Hang on. I don't have my little prompt yet. How do you know what I want to talk about? You don't know until you see this. There you go. Now you know. That's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about these things. I mean, we can talk about general, like man stuff and how mass socialization sucks. I mean, if you prefer. Like, or we can talk about one of these prompt things. Like, I think they're decent prompt things. Here, let me make them bigger. Just in case they're hard to see. You should make them bigger. Wahahaha. Bigger. Yes, I did. I did see that. It was good. Thank you for sending it to me. It was fun to see the girl get up and just start going with them. That was cool. That was cool. I bet that was so fun for that teenager. That had to be so fun. I'm a whole adult and it was fun. Like, there's my shirt. Like, that's the shirt I wore to Damage, and that's where she signed it, up on the shoulder, right there. Right there. That is. That's the shirt. Right there. I wore that to Damage. Right there's where it got signed. It's very happy. I'm very happy with it. Operatic death metal. Now that is like, that's a phrase. That's a phrase. Right on. I'm so glad that you enjoyed yourself and got to see one of your faves. That's stinking awesome, Dak. I love that for you. I way love that for you. I'm so excited. There are a few people going to the Damage concert like this within this next couple of weeks, and so there will be more people that have their great experience. Ooh, that sounds awesome, Dak. Right on. I hope you have a lot of fun. Get good rest today, and hopefully you can have so much fun tomorrow. You know? Try to be honest. I'm not good at letting down my guard. I really want it. Before you, I was running in the dark. Alright. I do have a content for us, but I figured I would give us some time to see if anybody wants to call in, because I would prefer to take calls, because, you know, we're on femicide conversation, and like, if I gotta pull up the man that like live streamed becoming a wife killer, like that's gonna, you know, it's gonna get dark in here, and you know, I'd rather have a conversation with somebody. We could talk about one of my promptees, or we can go down the dark path of men that think it's okay to kill their wives instead of just, you know, leaving. So, prompts. The prompts are, it's all men until it's no men. It's so many men, it may as well be all men. It's so few men that are decent that there may as well be none good ones, okay? That's if you disagree, you can tell me. You could call in and tell me why you don't think that. I mean, if you want to. Men are homosocial. I'm very lucky and surprised at the men in my audience that talk to me and hang out with me. Y'all are awesome, by the way. Hey, not all of you. Some of you might be a little feral. I'm talking specifically to Purple Team. Purple Team is awesome. Well, yeah, and like we're gonna have that conversation beginning a little more tomorrow, because tomorrow is when we're gonna start talking about the Rape Academy. I did finally do the video and cover it, and so we're gonna start that tomorrow, that sort of topic, and yeah, that's when we're gonna start that. But I made a new graphic for it. I should share my new graphic with y'all anyway, even though I'll share it with you early. It's in the video, it's in tomorrow's video as well, but I did make a new graphic that I think y'all might enjoy. Let me grab it here. So you know how we had that Good Man Spectrum graphic, and I didn't like it because it didn't it called like men that were doing the very bare minimum, like heroes, and I couldn't get down with that language. Well, we have a new study that's been released, which we're going to talk about more tomorrow. I'm not talking about it with you today. I'm not. We'll begin that conversation tomorrow, because I feel like it's going to be an ongoing conversation. So I made this graphic to replace the old one that called men that were doing the bare minimum hero men. All of us are a work in progress, Dak. All of us. Every one of us. And doing the work and being willing to do the work and unpack that shit, that's what matters. That's what's going to make it so that you actually get to thrive and have a real experience and make real connections in this life. And let's be real, we're a social species. We need to be able to make real connections. And so by unpacking this stuff, that is going to be how we get back to real connections. So this new graphic that I made is, it kind of has the same bar at the top from the original one, the way that men see masculinity. The way that men see manhood is mostly the white line and a little bit of the red line. Unfortunately, that's not the reality, and we have new statistics. We have done the math and we have figured it out. So based on the new statistics, this small little white bar is safe men. That's men who have not done any kind of essay at all. Now that's 4.9% of men, y'all. Okay, I'm y'all are in 90. There are 95.1% of y'all that have done some sort of sexual assault, whether it be coercion, manipulation, holding somebody down, drugging them, forcing them, whatever the case may be. There's a spectrum of sexual assault, and the new study says 95.1 men from the time they were 14 until whatever age they are now have committed some sort of essay. Now, this is a fucking terrible stat, and so we're going to talk about that more tomorrow, but this is the new graph that I made. Also, I did put it on the Threadless if anybody does like want it. It might be a good sticker or something. I'm gonna get the magnet because the magnet looks pretty sick, but here it is. So you've got that 4.9% of safe men, and then you've got the men that are unpacking misogyny and rape culture. That is unfortunately right now a smaller number even than the safe men. But you know, we get to work on that. That's why we do this work. That's why we're here having these conversations, is because we get to work on that. We get to unpack that more. And so on. I want to unpack this more tomorrow. Actually, I want to discuss the image more tomorrow, because that is when we are going to unpack this conversation. And that way I can give you all the statistics and all of that. If you are just antsy and you need that now, you need it today, well, my video is on Patreon. It is released on Thursdays early for patrons, and so you can go over there and sign up for Patreon and get it, or you can go in the description of it, because it is up on the YouTube as well. You can go in the description, grab the link to the study, and read it yourself. You have options. I will grant you all of the options. All of them that are available to you at any rate. Well, and that's the problem, Dak, is the homosociality. Masculine socialization is homosocial, and no matter what we do, and men have to be who decide to change that. Like, there's no way that women can change that. Just because I'm willing to have this conversation and like be really honest doesn't mean that I'm taking that responsibility. I'm just one of the last ones that is willing to be actually honest and say, here's how it is. And you know, there are a lot of women that are going even like really radical, and then there are women that are just doing the work, and there are women and women in general don't want to be responsible for this work. We didn't make the system. We didn't make this mess. Y'all have to figure out how to clean it up. And I happen to understand that most of y'all don't know. You don't know how to fucking clean it up. You can't even see the mess. You walk by it all the time. You can't smell it. You can't see it. You're fucking nose blind and blind. And apparently gosh darn deaf too. And so somebody has to point it out. Somebody has to show you, this is how it is. This is where it looks like. And some of you will be willing to listen to me. Statistically, that's a very small number of people, of men that will be willing to listen to me, because men only listen to other men, because men are homosocial. That is one of the things that y'all have to do. Y'all have to make yourselves become more pansocial. You have to make yourselves willing to listen to people like me. You have to encourage other men to listen to people like me. You have to play my videos, or other women like Brittany Simon. Play Brittany Simon's videos in front of other men. Anybody that is doing this work, you have to decide that our voices, whether they be a gender fluid queer voice like mine, or an NB voice, or a trans voice, or a woman's voice, you have to decide to include them. I recommend you include all of those voices, because the more voice types and the more pan-social you are, the better an experience you're going to have. You're going to understand things more, you're going to understand yourself more, and you're going to be able to facilitate deeper connections, more fulfilling connections, and improve your life and the lives of young people. There is zero reason for us to continue to perpetuate the cycle of violence that we currently have going, except that it pleases the patriarchs. And I'm so sorry, men, none of you are the patriarchy. You're just tools up. Unless you're a billionaire that has actual power and lives in the umbrella of power, you're not a patriarch. You're a tool. And they just tell you you're a patriarch so that you feel like your bottom is being patted appropriately. You know, that's excellent way to start, though, and at least you have an idea of something to do there. So chat says the only way I know how to stop the cycle is by not allowing the toxicity to exist around me and calling it out when I see it, but beyond that I feel powerless to do anything else. And I mean, there isn't a lot of power. You have to take the parts that you can control and do with those what you can. And the things that are within your power and control are the only things you're going to be able to affect. But you should be affecting the things in your power and control. You should be going to the mirror and checking those things so that you can be constantly improving your relationships with yourself, especially because this is the only you're ever gonna get. And regardless of if you disagree with me and think that heaven is not the most terrifying place imaginable and you really want to go there, regardless of that, this is the only time you get to be here in this place with these people, and why should you not make this matter as well? And when we're ignoring all of these things and not checking our biases and stuff, we're missing so much of the cool shit that is here with us right now. One of the coolest things about us as a species is how diverse we are, how different we are, all of these different things that we do, and we're entertaining to one another. Otherwise there wouldn't be things like reality TV and live streams, you know? So doing everything that you can do, and if that's what you can see that you can do, let's go. Do that, and listen, and get more voices in your rhetoric. Don't just, if it's a man's voice and you listen to too many men, cut some of them out. Cut some of the mask voices out and put other voices in their place. We have this very big tendency to pedestalize men and treat them as the default. And then you have this homosocial cycle that just continues. Cut some men out of your cycle. That's how you stop the homosociality. And set the example you need to see, the one that you want to see going forward. If you don't want to be associated with toxic masculinity and toxic ass men, set a different example than they are. I know you're a good person. I know you're a good person. And I know you're out there trying. I do know you're out there trying. I know that you're out there trying. I'm just saying, you know, don't beat yourself up. Just do what you can. Control the aspects you can and set the example you need to see. And you're already doing that. You're already out there trying. And it doesn't mean that just because you're trying that you can stop there. I mean, we all have to keep trying. I have to check myself all the time. And it's weird because, like, sometimes stuff recycles that you have to reprocess. You know, you'll have to refeel something or reprocess it because it will come back around in this different way. And, like, I am autistic, so like if it comes differently, I'm gonna process it differently. Like it's a whole other situation when it comes at me differently or comes from a different direction. This is a whole new situation. It's like it's a brand new trauma, and I have to just reprocess it and navigate the entire thing. And we should be willing to do that for us. We should be willing to constantly go check the mirror and check our biases and talk to ourselves well, so that we can build the best relationship with ourselves as possible, because that will help us then have better relationships outside of ourselves. Because if we treat ourselves well, we will naturally treat others well. Aw, thank you so much, Evie. You're so nice. I hope you are well today. Girl, you look good. By the way, that is one of Damage's new songs, and every time you see somebody, just tell them, girl, you look good. Everybody, tell everybody that. It's a beautiful message. Let's go. We need to start gassing people up in the best ways, you know? I think that's a good way to do it. Except for, don't gas men up. Don't tear them down. But you can't, I don't know, I have to rethink that. I don't think we can be gassing them up right now. I think the ones that are doing the work, we can gas them up. Let's gas them up. Every time they do a good job, we should gas them up. Every time you get a W, you should be gassing you up, though. Like, and that's everybody. If you take a W, you should be gassing you up. You should be telling you that you did well. You should be giving you all of the boosts you can. Because for one, you're the only you you're gonna get. There's no other you. You're the only person that's with you from the minute you gain consciousness to the minute you lose it. So you might as well treat that person well. And we learn how to treat others from how we're treated. And part of how we're treated is how we continue to treat ourselves when we get to be adults and things, and how we reparent ourselves. If we continue those cycles, if we come from like a toxic society, like, you know, maybe a white supremacist patriarchal one, if we continue those damaging cycles, we're going to keep doing that self-abuse cycle. We're going to keep doing the damaging things. If we make habits of going and checking the mirror and checking our biases and unpacking this stuff and being good to ourselves, we're going to learn how to be better with other people. And we're going to be honest with ourselves when we aren't our best in an engagement. Because we're not always going to be our best in every interaction we have. We're people, and people learn from mistakes and things. And so sometimes we're going to have a bad day or a bad moment or a bad interaction. And the more honest and kind we can be to ourselves when those things happen, the more we can find resolutions to it for our next engagement. All right. I have the Zoom open. Call me. Talk to me. If you disagree with the prompt, you should be on the Zoom. You should be on the Zoom. Because I'm telling you, men choose violence instead of critical thinking. Do you disagree? You should call the Zoom. You should, like, tell me about it. You should tell me why I'm wrong. If you think I'm wrong. Otherwise, I'm just going to consider myself correct. And, I mean, I enjoy that. Will you? But will you enjoy that as much as I will enjoy that? And the bear is not just a valid choice, it's the safest choice. It's the safest. It's the safest choice. It really is. I'm sorry, it's the truth. Also, the Christian God is evil. Evil. And y'all are only y'all are only insisting on believing in him because you want to be able to do evil things too. You could tell me I'm wrong. The Zoom is open for you. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to tap that so loud. Alright, I have to take a brief second. I need... Well, I'm not leaving. I'm just going to take my face off. Well, okay. I'm going to take my face off of the screen. I mean, I'm going to leave my face on my face. I'm just going to, like, cover it for a second so that I can medicate. Because, you know, medication, hydration. These are self-care things, by the way. You should be doing them too. You should be doing your self-care things too. What kind of self-care do you do, chat? What's your favorite self-care? I have a lot of chronic pain, and I don't really like opiates and things, so I use cannabis and things for pain now. Does anybody have any other good tricks they use for pain management or anything of the like? I mean, I think the reason why Christians are, as you might say, wacky, which I would just say that they're abused people trying to navigate a cycle of abuse. I think that one of the things we don't discuss, because we're so often taught not to discuss politics and religion, is we don't discuss the cycle of abusive grooming that every Christian faces in order to make themselves able to excuse the evils that God does. And because of that cycle of abuse, they have to constantly self-abuse as well. They have to constantly flog themselves, for lack of a better word, in order to continue being able to make that apologia for those evil acts of their favorite imaginary friend. And because that grooming and that cycle of abuse begins when they're so young, it's actually deeply painful to have to unpack that. Like, don't think that I don't understand and respect that. I do. I understand fully and respect how painful that is. I have religious trauma because I wanted to believe it. I wanted it to be true. Thank fuck it's not, because that shit is evil when you actually look into it deeper. But that doesn't mean that it's any less painful to unpack, especially for people that are believers. I'm very fortunate. I'm very privileged in the fact that I have a logic brain that just wouldn't believe it. And I kept trying to force myself to. It just didn't work. And I'm lucky in that. I'm privileged in that I didn't internalize it. And it was still painful to unpack. You know, it's still painful. It's painful to watch people continue to flog themselves in that way, especially knowing the type of abuse that it is and how painful it is for them to really have to unpack that. No, I hate that abuse cycle. I think that's just it's so mean. Oh, your dad abused by nuns. That's awful. And see, and they're always painted with this veil of innocence, and they're always given the benefit of the doubt, and your dad was probably gaslit so bad about that. That's awful. I'm so sorry that happened to him. Yeah, you know, if you need the opiates and stuff too, you have to do what you need for your body. I am lucky that I can just get by with the other things now, because I was on opiates and I did not like it. I was not really living. But you have to do what you have to do for your pain level and things, so please don't think I'm shading anybody that needs anything else. Do what you and your medical professionals think is best for you. I mean, Dak, I would argue that based upon their own book and things, isn't he the same person? And further, he was a real dick too, because he came and said, I did not come to change the law, I came to fulfill it. Where the law is to sell women, the law is to sell girl children. The law is to rape your wives and beat them. The law is to enslave people. So, I mean, was he? Or is that what some white preacher has said and taught in order to whitewash his real nature? these are the things that we have to unpack. These are the things that we have to start being honest with ourselves about so that we can break those abuse cycles and stop some of that hemorrhaging. Because, I mean, let's be really real. If it was just people wanting to believe in an imaginary friend and that made them somehow feel better and be better, I'd be advocating. I'd be cheering, you know? I mean, I understand that disassociation can be a tool as much as an escape tactic. Oh my goodness, Gravy! Adrian, hello, loveliest! Oh, hello. Thank you so much for the host over on Green Team. Hello, beautiful. How was your stream? Thank you so much. Welcome in. But they start this abuse so young, and they're abusing children. They're grooming children with this, and then these children are going to grow up to be people that have to unpack that, and that pain is deep. That pain is deep, and it's severe, and it affects a person's very identity. And that is my biggest issue. And I mean, let's be real. That faith excuses the most heinous acts you can imagine. The most heinous. Genocide, rape, enslavement, all of the most heinous acts you can imagine. That Sky Daddy's like, yep, these are the things I approve. Here's the laws on how I want you to do them. Not don't do these things. Not you shouldn't do this. Not this is wrong. Here's how I want you to do this. And anybody saying that their Sky Daddy isn't saying that is not reading the book. They're rewriting it to fit their feelings. And they're taught to do so. It's part of that abuse cycle. It's that snake eating the ass flavored ass. Because it's ass flavored. That's horrendous. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that your family had to go through that. That's heinous to face that kind of abuse. And you know the gaslighting was awful. And there's reasons they never talked about it. The reasons they never talked about it is because it's too painful. And because they were trained not to. They were trained to believe it was their fault. They were trained to blame themselves. It's that cycle of abuse and that cycle of victim blaming, and I'm so sorry that they had to face that. That's heinous. Matt63, welcome in. Do I have y'all on emo only? I don't mean to. Let me double check. I see emotes. I'm like, oh no, I don't. Okay. Sorry. I'm like, did I put y'all on now? Did I do that? No, I didn't. Everything's good. Okay. That's good of you. It's just so damaging. It can cause some real identity wounds and things, and it's a cycle of abuse that requires the believers to continue to self-abuse, and that's horrendous. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Luckily, if they have an influence that tells them it's okay to exist and they have an example they can follow and that says that it's okay to exist outside of that, usually they can build resilience from that, and just being the example they need can be incredibly powerful. So don't sell yourself short. Thank you so much for the follow, Arberlin. I love that. That's a great handle. Remember, you can call in. You can tell me I'm wrong if you would like. If you would like to be like, Pepper, you're wrong. And this is why. Have hard conversations. Like, for real, have a hard conversation. Because that's one of the things that we have to start getting better at and learning how to do in order to find solutions and build resolutions for these issues. So somebody, have a hard talk with me. I invite you to have a hard conversation. You know, I do not hate this, what is it, DMCA free music. It's not bad. It's a pretty good list. If anybody wants it, I will give you this list. It's a pretty good list. I do prefer my like weekend lists, but we can't use those all the time. Ew. Oh, thank mercy. Oh gosh, yeah, I never permitted that. I never permitted VeggieTales. I'm not a VeggieTale. No, that is some nonsense. I would. No, my offspring are adults, and like my amazing offspring is right over in that room there. But yeah, never a VeggieTale. My ex though did introduce them to religion, but no VeggieTales. I am not a VeggieTale. I will squash that little tomato. I will squash it. Make fucking ketchup. By the way, homemade ketchup is delightful. You should make some. It's very easy. You'll like it. You'll like it so much better than store-bought. Store-bought is just a bunch of corn syrup. You don't know, they got you. That's how they do it. That's how insidious it is. Dak, they get you watching the VeggieTales and going, oh, this is wholesome. This isn't so bad. And then they start weaseling in the little weird religious hypocrisies. Hello! Hello! Geolucas! Oh no! Oh no! See? That's how insidious it is! You even have the plushies! Oh no. Oh no. I'm so sorry they did that to you. They are cute characters, I'm not gonna lie. I have seen them before, like, but I've never... I did not permit. They were not a thing that was... Oh no! See? This is how insidious it is. Yeah. Oh my gravy. Okay. So, there's this one. Na 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 na. That one. That one lives rent-free in my head sometimes. Like, I am not a believer, but that shit, I am autistic. And they would sing that shit over and over, and like it got in my little autistic brain, and for some reason my brain's like, I don't mind that rhythm. And it won't go away. It's been there for like 40 some years and it won't go away. See, that's how insidious it is. They prey on my little autistic brain and put things in there that I can't get back out. Which is also why they couldn't get the belief to stick in there, is my brain was like, no, it doesn't make sense. This is why it doesn't make sense. And they wouldn't tell me, no, here's why. They were just like, you have to have faith. What's faith? I don't understand that one either. What are you talking about? Oh, I'm so sorry. I tried not to like say the words to try not to, but of course, if you know that one, it really is an earworm that will, and it's doing it in my head too. So I did it to both of us, by the way. I'm so sorry. So do I. Oh, Shono Kanglo, Kamika Shono Kanglo. Oh no. Oh no. I did that. You have my apologies. You have my apologies. When we're done with Red Team, I will put on some proper music to get it out. Put a different earworm in your head. I like that song by Chinchilla, Little Girl Gone. That's the one I'm thinking of replacing it with in my head. That or Girl You Look Good by Damage, which is fucking amazing. That song is so good. No, it's that one. That's what I'm replacing with. That is what I'm gonna earworm afterwards. By the way, in 1 hour and 15 minutes, I am kicking Red Team out of the game. You will be booted out, and I will turn off the call thing, and I will not let you argue with me anymore. You will not be able to tell me I'm wrong until next Thursday. So you have 1 hour and 15 minutes to click the click and tell me I am wrong about one of those prompts. Otherwise you go, wait, I'm not gonna talk to you again for a week. But if you want to tell me I'm wrong, you've got 1 hour and 15 minutes to do so. I'll have a talk with you. We'll have a hard conversation. It'll be great. Until then, we have incoming ass in about a minute for the people in my favorite team of the land, in the purple team. You beautiful, beautiful people. You can either sub up and avoid the ass. You can go to ass and scoop pennies for me with my extreme gratitude and affection. Or you can click the click and jump over to green team. They're completely flat in the back. No ass ever. Oh, Kill the Radio is so good. I agree, Gio. The whole new album is sick. The whole new album is fucking amazing. I'm just talking about with the one earworm to play over and over in my head to get rid of the thing that I accidentally put in mine and Dax's head. That. Queer Sat Chatter! Hello! It's so good to see you. How are you? It's been a minute. How is the new gig? Oh my goodness, how are you doing? Oh, goodness gravy, Dak. See, that's what I mean. See, y'all, you're just proving all my points for me about, like, the insidiousness, like, the tentacles that they reach into our young little brains and, like, they, like, just plug these little threads in, and then there's all these little freaking weird things in there that we run across, and we're like, what the hell is that? And that you can't get rid of it. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't believe in hell, but, I mean, if there is one, then I'm going and I will be living in the really nice big penthouse that has the rainbow glitter paint. That one's mine. Feel free to come by. We'll smoke a bowl. Ugh, that's a lot. Make sure that you get yourself some time to do good self-care. Big hugs. And I am glad that you are, like, being able to get something going for you. You've needed something, and I hope it works really well for you, love. Oh, okay. So, Matt63, if you are trying to make a sexual comment to me, and you have not given me any dollars, I'm going to need you to correct that, like, way first, okay? Because I won't even engage your... I'm not even engaging you. No, you can pay me first. You know where the buttons are. Here, actually, hang on. You still may not like how I respond, but you don't get a response without paying me first, so I'm just... FYIs. There you go. There you go. Dollars. Y'all got it over here on Green Team. Y'all gotta learn some home training. Just because you see a femme person doesn't entitle you to their body, to their any sexual anything. It doesn't, okay? So if you want to engage them and have them be in any way willing to engage them, since we live in a society that requires money for all of us to survive, you need to lead with dollars instead of your entitlement. And if you don't like that, well, you're just gonna have to get happy in the same pants you got mad in, Puddle. Oh, Green Team acting all feral. It's fine. It's fine. They'll get trained, and then they'll learn to, you know, come correct. You either come with dollars or you come with respect. Either way. I am an energy matching motherfucker. I think it does, Dak. No, I don't think it's just you. I actually think Zippo fluid does make it taste a little funny. Daintree, hello! Hello, loveliest. How are you? Purple team's my favorite, Green. Purple team's my favorite. You know why? They have home training, and they would not dare to say anything like that to me without first putting money in my account. They know better. That's why they're my favorite. Be like purple team. You think it's smell taste? I don't know. I feel like that oily, like, I don't know. I feel like I taste the oily thing to it, though. I really do. But you may be right. It could be the smell taste thing, the way that smell taste works. Hey, we've been having a good conversation. I did not even put on, like, the really cursed content yet. Like, I kind of still feel like we should, since nobody is calling in to tell me that I'm wrong or that I'm right or have a hard conversation with me, because men are afraid. They're afraid that I will just tell them that they're not allowed to say sexual things to me and that they have to pay me, because that's all they want to do is say sexual things. They don't want to actually have to work out the issues and, like, have somebody actually try to, you know, help them have hard conversations. No, no, no. They want to walk into rooms, pull their pants down, shake their asses, and be given cookies. I swear to mercy. Same, Dak, same. Oh, you don't have to apologize. You owe zero apologies. Your existence is absolutely perfect, AV. By the way, everybody type free Adrian Vixen, and if you have not done so recently, go search the Bird app for one of the free Adrian Vixen posts and boost it. Maybe make your own and tell us where it is, and we'll go share it as well. Because just because you do something that the upper echelons don't like and they reevaluate the mask people that do it and you're a femme, shouldn't mean that you stay banned. They should reevaluate that as well. You're not beating the accusations of all men. Especially when that's one of the aspects that femme people on these platforms have to deal with. Oh, biscuits. I like them. I mean, I like Zippos. I like they're handy and they're pretty readily working and stuff, and they'll stay lit even when it's wet. So, I mean, there's aspects that are great about Zippo. The taste when I light my bowl is just not one of my favorites. But yeah, use what you prefer to use. What gives you your best experience. We support that wholeheartedly. All right. So, since nobody wants to talk to me, should we talk about something cursed together? Since, you know, that's what we do here. We talk about cursed things. I'm gonna leave, I don't know. I don't have it set up for this, but I think I'm gonna do something real quick that will enable me to, do a thing. I'm gonna do a thing. I'm gonna do a thing. Thing. You're gonna like it. Or you won't. I mean, not sure. Here. Shh. Be nice, nigga. Miss. Be nice, Pepper. You're so mean. Yeah, meanie Pepper. Why is that like that? That's wild. Where is it? It's him. I'm like trying to get my thing to... Why is it weird? My screen is wild right now. I don't... It's weird. I got this. It's fine. I fix it. And it's so funny. I'm just now noticing how jacked I have it. Here we are. The things, they thing. The things start thinging, and then they're just thinging all over the place. Right. Things are thinging. Get over here. Let me thing the things. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to discuss that, but it just, yeah, let me just not. Okay, hang on. Let me grab window. Yes. Trying to like read chat while I'm like trying to set this thing up is not my greatest, not my strong suit, considering how freaking body HD I am. It's like, let's have the extremely ADHD try to do two things at once. That sounds like it's gonna work great, Pepper. I am setting a thing. It is going to be fantastic. If not fantastic, at least operable. Shrink me. And I'm gonna make you look at this horrendous person on the screen. Here you go. You're about to lose me. I see you in a few. I know. I am ridiculous. It's fine. All right. Today, we must discuss the husband that vlogged becoming a killer. Yes, because that is a thing. That is a thing. Because remember, the last 2 weeks, we have been discussing murderous husbands. Yes, we have. If in case you didn't remember, yes, that is what we've been discussing. You got a reprieve this last weekend only because I was ill. So, but that's what the topic was. So, we're still on that topic. Tomorrow the topic changes to the Rape Academy. So, I mean, things aren't gonna think much better next week. Okay. So, this content warning, by the way, this is the discussion, unless somebody wants to call and have a discussion with me. You can call and have a discussion with me, and we don't have to watch it. But nobody's calling, so here we are. We have to have a conversation, and since I have to have a conversation with myself, I'm gonna have a conversation using this, and we're gonna discuss femicide a little more, and husbands that murder their wives. And you know, if anybody would like to end that conversation, Zoom link is pinned. I'm sorry, that seems a little mean. Damn, shit-ass Pepper. Okay, you can cancel me in chat, at least if you're on the purple team.
I have 2 roommates. Okay. One of them is dead, and the other one is in her room, and she's still alive, and I ran because I didn't know if he was still in the house. I don't work.
Oh, shitballs, I forgot to turn it up. Hang on, I'm gonna have to replay that. That was disturbing. I'm gonna, like, have to listen to it for a 3rd time in a row. Crazy. But y'all, you could call. You could call, and then I talk to somebody not about this.
go without you. Where are you bleeding from?
I'm not bleeding.
Okay.
I have two roommates.
Okay.
One of them's dead, and the other one is in her room, and she's still alive. And I ran because I didn't know if he was still in the house.
I don't want to go without you. Where are you bleeding from?
I'm not bleeding.
Okay, well, how do you have blood all over you?
Do I?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't care what you did. I'm sorry about what I did.
Just leave me alone.
I'm not bothering you. You said you were gonna leave. If you give me another chance, you won't be sorry. I promise.
Drop the knife!
I dropped it.
Get on the ground! Now! Do not move!
In January 2018, the Gallatin County Sheriff's Office in Montana receives a harrowing call reporting that an intruder has shot 2 women. What follows provides a rare glimpse into the mind of a killer, one who documented not only his deteriorating relationship with his wife, but his own downward spiral towards murder.
I'm sorry.
This is actually going up, the number of these sorts of cases, and unfortunately, without having these conversations about how this happens and who these people are and how very fucking normal these men actually are. I mean, look at this man. That is the most fucking average white man to ever average white man. And that is who does these things. And I know it sucks to have these conversations, and people really don't want to because they're hard conversations. And if we don't unpack this, if we don't discuss this, it's just going to keep happening. If we don't have men decide, well, okay, if y'all don't decide, because I'm just a queer person, I ain't claiming y'all. If y'all don't fucking decide that you want to set a better example, that you don't want to spend time behind bars because you couldn't manage your shit, if y'all have to decide that. Well, I will be honest with y'all about how I see it and the truth of the way it comes off and the way it looks and like what you have to do, and I'll have a hard conversation with you about it. I can't help you fix it. Y'all have to decide that you no longer want to be recognized for this. You have to decide that you want to be seen as something else. You have to decide that you want to be better and that you want to have better futures, better interactions going forward. Y'all have to decide that. Y'all have to be willing to have hard conversations and unpack it. Y'all have to stop letting other men access your wallets and snatch your man card and wave it around in fucking front of you. So we have to have these conversations. And like, I'll make myself available on Thursdays to actually talk. And if nobody calls, the topic of that week is the topic we're talking about most likely. So this week it's femicide. And this is a very, very average husband that would do this. And when you look at the men that do this, it's very much a possession thing with every one of them. When we talk about the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about Gerhard Koenig, who is what most people would call an exceptional man. This is an anesthesiologist. That's years and years of school, dedicated his life to presumably helping people. And his ego got all unbalanced. He let his ego run away with his fucking sense and his empathy. And he tried to throw his wife off a cliff. And now he's not an anesthesiologist anymore. He's a prisoner. So this isn't just poor men. This isn't just this could be you. This could be any man. And if you are an average white man, this could be you if you don't unpack this. You are one emotional imbalancing from doing something absurd that you can't come back from. And you have to decide to change that. You have to decide to make yourself less homosocial. You have to decide to become more pansocial. You have to decide to become kinder to yourself. You have to decide to have these hard conversations, and you have to decide to set a better example. Set the example you need to see for the people going forward, not the example that was set for you. Set the example you wish you had. Because I assure you that some young man is watching. And some other man is reaching into his wallet and waving his man card in front of him. And you could be the difference in his resilience and whether or not he decides to succumb to that bullying bullshit or stand strong in who he is.
Sorry. I was so angry.
The following is based on official police records, and some of the footage has never been seen before until now. At 9 a.m. on January 7th, 2018, the Gallatin County Sheriff's Office receives a distressing 911 call.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
I live at that's the next door neighbor. She just came over in hysterics and says somebody shot her roommate. We need an ambulance.
Okay.
Though the call came into Gallatin, an officer from the Belgrade Police Department is dispatched to the scene. There he finds 32-year-old Audie Butler waiting for him. She is the owner of the home and the one to make the devastating discovery inside only moments earlier before running to her neighbors for help.
Where are we at? What's going on?
I stayed with friends last night, and I just came in and I saw that my back door had been broken in, so I went to the back and I could see footsteps in the snow, so I ran up to my room to see if my roommate was okay. I have two roommates.
Okay.
One of them is dead, and the other one is in her room and she's still alive and she needs help, but I ran because I didn't know if he was still in the house.
Okay, so you don't know if there's somebody else in the house?
I don't think so, but I don't know.
Okay.
Lauren looks like she's been dead a while, but Ashley's asked me for help and I ran.
Okay.
With no idea what could be lurking inside, the officer waits.
Two women. Not one, two. And they knew him because it's always somebody that you know. Well, almost always. And that's a thing that we're going to discuss more next week, like a lot more. Starting tomorrow. I don't know why I keep saying next week. I think just because of the way that I do my premieres on Fridays is the way I relate it in my brain. But beginning tomorrow, we're going to be discussing that a lot more. We have this habit of wanting the people that we are close to and that we associate with and that we love to hold a set of ethics and morals that are impeccable, especially if we respect them. And we want that so much that we will often assign those morals and ethics to them, whether or not they are behaviorally showing us those or not. And because of that, we will also excuse so many things that are happening to us, around us, and in front of us in order to continue telling ourselves that that person is better than that they are. The same reason that Christians still will keep excusing Glob for all of the heinous shit he has done. Because realizing that truth and coming face to face with that ugly, ugly, awful truth, that person isn't who they've perpetrated themselves to you before, that person is showing red flags, admitting that truth to yourself and being able to separate that truth from your affection for them is fucking painful. It hurts. And so we don't want to do it. And so we excuse and excuse and excuse and excuse in order to avoid having to come to that face to face with that reality that that person isn't living by, they aren't matching the morals and ethics that we've assigned to them. So instead of seeing these people as they are, which in its own right is kind of unfair when you really think about it, it's kind of infantilizing to assume they can't do better on their own, that you have to assign them better for them to be better. So instead of giving them their full humanity and allowing them to learn from their mistakes and allowing them to learn how to be full and complete and take accountability so that they can have a better existence as well, we cower out because we're afraid they'll get mad, or we're afraid they won't talk to us, or we're afraid we'll lose them, or we're afraid A, B, or Z. And we make an excuse for them. And then we keep that cycle going, and we continue to do so. And we keep making more and more excuses for more and more abuses. And that's how you get here, where somebody you know and fucking love and care about has done something this heinous. And that's also, gentlemen, how you become this average white man that does something heinous and goes from being an anesthesiologist to a prisoner. There are incredibly selfish reasons, gentlemen, for you to start unpacking this stuff. And every one of them will improve your life as well as the lives around you.
Waits for backup to arrive.
One apparent dead, one still alive. She said I ran out as soon as I saw that. I have no idea if there's still anybody else in there or not. So that's what we got. She said this is open. I didn't see any footprints in the snow leading up here. So, you ready?
Yep. Belgrade Police!
Police department!
Anybody inside, come out!
We're coming.
Now, the femicide numbers are going up, and it's almost always somebody you know. And if you are a victim and you are afraid, most people do still get out. The most dangerous day is the day you leave. Build a good plan. Make sure that you have your escape made, and most people do still get out. So don't think that this is just the way it has to be. You've got hope and solidarity and love to you. Hello, my lovelies. Hello, Bitingale. Oh my goodness, gravy. Welcome in, Raiders. Hello. Satsapic. Hello, love. Scary. Hello. It's so good to see you all. Hello, little Dragonly. Y'all, if you are not following the crew at Transcend Media, what you need to be. We are all awesome. Every one of us is really stinking cool, and you should be following us because, well, we're really stinking cool. Here, clicks for you on the green side as well. Click the clicks to go and follow all of them. Red team, I don't know if all of these will go over in your thing. No, it will not. Ugh. Join green team. Hello, Carla. So good to see you all. We are having our call-in day. The Zoom link is pinned. If you would like to tell me that I am wrong about any of these things that are on the green tab, you may. If you would like to just have a hard conversation and like talk about how mask socialization has harmed you and you just need to purge some of that, let's do that. Let's have a hard conversation. Our society isn't good at having those, and we need to. We are finishing up we've had 2 weeks of femicide conversations, and particularly conversations about husbands that femicide their wives. And so this is the last day of that. Tomorrow begins our Rape Academy discussion. So that will be what we're doing beginning tomorrow and Saturday, etc. Except for Sunday's nerdery. Sunday's nerdery, because we didn't get to, because I got sick this last weekend. We're gonna watch the woman who hunted 309 fascists. I think that's what it's called. Hang on, let me double check so that I don't tell y'all the wrong word for so I don't tell you the wrong thing. The woman who hunted and killed 309 fascists. That is what we're going to watch on Sunday for our nerdery. So I hope y'all come and join, and it should be cool. And then tomorrow will be, like I said, the premiere and the beginning of our discussion about the Rape Academy and the 95.1%, because I think that is the more important aspect of the conversation for us to have. And then I was going to say something and my brain just went whoosh. So it's gone. It's gone. Back to the husband that vlogged becoming a killer. Content warning. And if you are a survivor, big hugs. Love you. You are fucking awesome. Good job on your escape. If you are somebody that is going through it, there are outs. The most dangerous time is when you leave, and most people escape. So don't take this and internalize it. Don't put hooks into this story and think it has to be you, okay? You probably will get out. You can get out. You've got this. There are lots of resources, and get yourself a good support system and plan. And I feel like I need to grab you the link for, let me grab the link for this thing while I press start on this. I'm going to give y'all, I'm going to put an image up for people that do need assistance.
Belgrade Police, show me your hands. We got doors on the left and right. Okay.
Oh, honey, please do good self-care. Oh my goodness. Yeah, do good self-care. And anybody, I'm so sorry I didn't see this before. If anybody is triggered or if this is too much, please go do good self-care. Go take care of yourself. Love you. Please go take care of you. Good self-care is important. You need to do good self-care so that you can, take care of your community and things. Please, please, please. Yeah, don't stay here if it's too much.
Hello?
Hi!
Police!
Please don't shoot me!
Who shot you?
No, please don't shoot me!
I'm not gonna shoot you.
Please don't shoot me!
Lying in pools of blood.
Oh, gods, that just broke me. Oh. And that's a real fear. That really is a real fear for victims, that they will be assailed by the very people that they need to come and rescue them. So yeah, that was a lot. Yes, big content warnings. Do I not have? I don't. Let me make sure I have my thing up. I feel like that's probably something I should already had up. My apologies. I'm gonna go ahead and put this up because I feel like you need it. And then I'm also going to get the I'm going to get a resource image.
Blood on her bedroom floor is 32-year-old Ashley Van Hamert.
Ashley, what's going on? Who shot you?
Nobody!
Oh, what happened?
I don't know! Please come here!
Who did?
I am the police!
I'm the police, right here.
Where are you?
I'm right here. Can you see me?
Where are you?
I'm right here.
Where?
Can you see me?
No!
Can you see anything?
No!
No?
No!
Okay.
Please help me!
We're gonna help you, okay?
Please help me!
We've got the medical people coming. Where do you hurt?
I don't hurt anywhere!
You don't hurt anywhere?
No!
Where are you bleeding from?
I'm not bleeding!
Okay, well, how do you have blood all over you?
Do I?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know why I do.
Can you feel me touching your hand?
No, I don't feel you touching
Yep.
my...
Shock. She's in shock.
Feel me touching your hand? Okay.
Not at all.
Okay.
It's clear that Ashley is in urgent need of life-saving care, and so the officers decide to carry her down to the ambulance.
I don't want to go to the hospital.
Well, honey, you gotta go.
You got to.
We're bleeding from somewhere. We gotta figure that out.
Who's the most senior paramedic?
To have medical trauma and or like capitalism trauma to this degree, to not want to go to the hospital, this is devastating. And this is a cycle that is happening more and more, and that is just an added trigger to this. So good self-care for everyone, and we will be doing music at 5, by the way. We will be switching over to music and self-care things, because I'm definitely going to need it as well.
I'm not sure. We have no idea. She just keeps looking this way. I don't see any obvious.
I'm not gonna go.
You don't have a choice. We got to get you up to the hospital.
I'm not going.
While Ashley is being examined inside the home, officers have made a horrific discovery in the room across from hers.
I got another person up here. I just want to make sure through you don't touch anything else if we don't have to. Of course. All right, let's back out.
Okay, gotcha.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
It's determined that 35-year-old Lauren DeWise is beyond help. She has visible gunshot wounds to her head, shoulder, and torso. The events that led to such a violent end would be revealed in the most unlikely place, a series of self...
And because these men can't control their emotions, they can't stop themselves once they start, notice that it is not just one wound.
Recorded videos documenting a man unraveling and his rage culminating in an unthinkable act.
You have a wound in your shoulder.
That's the important part that we have to discuss, is he vlogged this. He vlogged becoming this. He literally put it out there for the world that this was what he was going to do. And we have normalized the acceptance of this. Adam, hello, hugs, honey. Do good self-care. This is a ugly one, okay? I love you. I love y'all. Big hugs to anybody that needs it, and everybody that's still here. Thank you. I know that this is fucking hard, and if it's too much, go do your care, because this one is ugly. But we have to talk about this because this happens all the time. It's happening more and more. And as we're going to begin talking tomorrow and else and onward, and as we've like the red pill and stuff, like it is very prevalent. And if we don't discuss it, we're not going to do the things that we need to change this culture and these cycles. And more average men like this are going to be in this situation. And this is all probably from an unbalanced ego, from not being able to manage his emotions himself. And that is a common issue with men, because the way the socialization works, it is not encouraged for y'all to work through things. It is not encouraged for y'all to process things. You are not given the tools, and you have to get them. You have to find them. Or you can go from being an anesthesiologist to a prisoner, or whatever the fuck this guy was, to a prisoner, or wherever the fuck he is now.
You?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Take that AIPP again.
This one?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I'm not sure. We're thinking of maybe a gunshot wound.
For real?
Yeah.
With Ashley in critical condition and on her way to the hospital, officers find Audie where she has been sheltering at her neighbor's house.
Is Ashley alive?
I don't know which one, Ashley.
Well, the one that would be.
The one on the right-hand side?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. She's being transported to the
gonna be
hospital.
okay?
I don't know what's all happening, okay? Okay.
Let me go grab my car and drive up here so you don't have to walk down the ice.
I'll be right there, guys. So I'll just hang tight with you, okay?
You can't unsee that.
I know. I am so sorry.
Oh, fuck, that guy's such a crazy bastard. I just ran because I didn't know if he was still in the house.
593-206. No, you did the right
Killed
thing.
me. if I'd have been home last night.
Audie had spent the night at a friend's, and when she returned home this morning, she found the back door was broken and there were boot prints in the snow of her backyard.
And she was lucky to escape. I'm so glad she did. But she didn't escape everything. She didn't escape the trauma. Imagine having to be the person that finds people like that.
These boot prints would eventually play a critical role in unveiling the truth of what happened to Lauren and Ashley.
I can't live there ever again.
So who is he to you guys?
It's Lauren's ex-husband. Well,
Ex-husband.
current husband.
Current husband.
In process of.
And that's the gal on the left-hand bedroom. And what's his name?
Paul DeWise.
Okay, here, let's go out of here.
Is she dead?
I believe so, yes.
Oh, God.
Given Audie's assertion that 47-year-old Paul DeWise was the one to carry out the brutal attack on Ashley and his soon-to-be ex-wife Lauren, he's tracked down and detained as he heads home from church with his 3 children.
As he heads home from church with his 3 children. Let that sink in. That's who he was. That's who he was. They're not some stranger. They're not some drug addict on the street. They're not some houseless person. They're not the boogeyman. They're the deacon of the church. They're the bishop of the church. They're the anesthesiologist. They're the cop down the road. Hugs, Adam. Love you. Remember, if you need self-care, please do self-care. It is so much more important to me that you are whole and complete than that you are here. And those of you that are here, I love you and I appreciate you. And we're going to drop Red Team in about 32 minutes and play music and shit to purge our brains. Thank you for being here. Love you. To good self-care, okay? Please hydrate, medicate, take care of the you. You are the important factor. We do have to have these conversations, and your self-care is vital to getting through them.
These things are killing me, man. I can't move my hand.
He's taken into the Belgrade Police Department for questioning, and his children, who will have their own story to tell, are placed with Child and Family Services. Though Paul was informed he was being detained, he's only been given a few details about what's going on.
The investigators have contacted me and asked me to bag your hands. What this?
Now, this man has just, within hours, less than 24 hours, assassinated 2 women, one of them being his wife. The wife who was leaving him. Because if he couldn't have her, no one could. And look at him. He's calm, he's relaxed. He doesn't feel like he's done anything wrong. There's no remorse here. Let's see if that changes.
This means is I'm going to place these paper bags over your hands just to make sure that nothing interferes with your hands, okay? So I need you to take your jacket off.
I have to keep my hands on bags?
Yes, sir.
Just over a year earlier, in October 2017, Paul and Lauren DeWise had moved to Bozeman, Montana. Little did they know this decision would mark the beginning of the end of their relationship and Lauren's life. In one of his many self-recorded videos, Paul describes what sparked their move.
So my wife, she got a job at Rocky Mountain Bank in Plains, and, you know, she's great, and they loved her, and they promoted her to bank manager in Bozeman, even though she had no prior banking experience, and she'd only been a teller for a year. You know, there was a couple people on the board that, you know, hired her that were like, yeah, I don't think so, but they were overruled, and she's done an amazing job, and they love her, and she's just she's going higher and higher, and it's unbelievable. She's in leadership Bozeman here, and now she's the #1 bank manager for Rocky Mountain Bank in the whole state.
Wow. Nice. Yeah. Doing really good for herself.
Yeah.
Huh? That's awesome.
Doing awesome. So
cool.
we're having a lot of fun.
That's really
We're
cool.
very happy.
And from the outside, the DeWise family appeared perfectly normal and perfectly happy. Yet, as Paul's recordings would eventually reveal, this was all a facade.
It almost always does appear perfect from the outside. There may be little signs, but she will deny them. Almost always. Until it gets to be too much. Hugs, Dragon Lee. And hugs, honey. Thanks for sharing. And yeah, I mean, men are dangerous and men are violent, and we have these conversations because masculinity doesn't have to be that. Men can choose to be better. We can get them, well, we don't have to. They can get themselves out of the pond of homosocial ick and learn to swim in more pansocial, cleaner spaces. They have to decide to do that, and, you know, we'll facilitate the conversation and hope that they do. And I'm so sorry that, you know, they make it so freaking uncomfortable to be around them. That sucks. Yes, no, exactly. Yes, it very much. Chat says, yeah, isn't that one of the most high-risk, dangerous times when a woman in this situation says they're leaving because the abuser fears losing that control which they value so highly and may lash out? Yes, very much. The most dangerous time is when they're leaving or when they say that they're leaving, and that is the time that a femicider usually will do the deed. Yes, white men in particular. It is mostly white men. Any patriarchal man with a possession complex can turn to femicide. It generally is, though, entitled white men. Yeah, exactly. No, that's real. Intersectional folks get that it's all men until it's no men. We choose the bear isn't an attack on them personally, unless there's a reason they felt called out by those things, and then they really just need to go visit the mirror, right? Fair. I'm kind of a femboy too sometimes. That's fair. I'm very uncomfortable around men. I'm very, very, very uncomfortable around white men. I am really uncomfortable around white men. Yeah. All of my assailants have been white men, and so, yeah, they're deeply uncomfortable for me.
Under scrutiny, there were signs of something far darker lurking below the surface.
Hi, Paul. My name's Justin. I'm with the Belgrade Police Department.
Okay.
So you had your hands bagged up all this time.
Yeah, what's
so basically, just that we can get things rolling here, what I'm going to do is ask for your permission. I just want to take a couple swabs of your hands to look for some gunshot residue. Okay?
Okay.
Is that something you'd be willing to?
Yeah.
Paul's hands are swabbed, and he's read his Miranda rights.
What do you do for work?
Now, he has most likely washed his hands, and he probably feels pretty confident that they won't find anything right now. Note still how calm, no remorse. He doesn't feel the least bit bad. So I'm going to predict right now that at some point he's going to cry or play wah, wah, wah. And I'm going to note right now that that will be him being very sad that he is caught, not that he killed anyone or hurt anyone or etc.
I've been stay-at-home dad for quite a while.
Man, the hardest job there is.
While Lauren worked full-time, Paul cared for their 4-year-old daughter, affectionately nicknamed Baby.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Where's the pickled peppers?
Now, this seems like a fantasy, and so many men would say, oh, I wish I could stay at home and they are the same men that will emasculate themselves by their partner making more money or being what they see as more respected and etc. Many times that is the situation. Like with Mr. Koenig, she was well respected at her job to the degree that they were willing to let her work as a nuclear scientist remotely across the freaking continent from Hawaii, and the company was in Seattle. So an enormous amount of respect that Ariel Koenig had. And when she started having friendship outside of, you know, the relationship, he couldn't have that. So he had to demean that, break that down, and etc. He emasculated himself because of her success. He told himself all of these things, and then he used the things that he was gaslighting himself with to project on her, in my opinion. And most likely, it's the same sort of situation here, where her success and her respect, because he kind of spoke as if he was a little jealous, in my opinion, at the beginning. Even though he was saying good things, it was pretty monotone, and he, I don't know, I believe that he probably began emasculating himself. It seems to be a cycle. I lost what I was gonna say. Sorry, I'm catching up with chat real quick. No, that's why it's a paper bag, Nightingale. Oh, so well said, Carla. When they're told they will get their very own woman servant, and then the women are telling them they choose the bear, they see it as they have been denied something that is theirs. Honestly, I think it's something to be used to weed out men who think this way, kind of like the body count matters discourse. Yes, and we will get more into that tomorrow, and I can't wait to, like, the new study came out. I can't wait to have this discussion with y'all tomorrow. I don't want to get in the weeds of it because I will get off of this discourse, because like my brain has been way into the topic tomorrow, the new study. So yes, let's finish this, and then I promise tomorrow we are going to go all the way in the weeds of that.
Goo baby.
Your elbows are so sharp.
During the school year, Paul's 2 children from a previous marriage, 17-year-old.
I wish they had censored the other 2 kids. I think it's unruly that they showed the other 2 kids' faces. And if I had known they had, I would have, because that's messy.
Natalie and 15-year-old Joe also lived with them in Montana.
And when you say your mom, your stepmom, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I just
We think of her as mom. Happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Natalie. Happy birthday to you.
Baby decorated with the candles. Thank you.
While Paul often captured wholesome and happy family moments, his recordings would take a troubling turn.
And we're going through transition.
High estimation from the kids, the stepkids, to say that they consider her to be a mom, and it wouldn't matter, by the way. Even a not perfect victim is still a victim and still deserves to be listened to, heard, and taken seriously. If you sing that badly, I love you, Adam. Yeah, I didn't know that they didn't filter out the older kids, and so I wasn't quite prepared for that. My bad.
Right now, though, so.
Is that right?
Yeah. So.
What kind of transition?
We're separated.
Oh.
Yeah. And in fact, she was supposed to get baby today. So it's been tough.
Investigators would dive into the details of Paul and Lauren's separation soon. But for now, they finally address why they've brought Paul in.
The reason that I wanted to talk to you is there was some issues
That was most likely his Miranda paper, by the way, just so y'all know.
that happened over at Lauren's house this morning, and I just kind of wanted to touch base with you to see if you were over there at all, if kind of where you were this morning, that kind of thing.
What happened?
Well, someone broke into the back door of her place.
Is she all right?
Well, not really. She isn't.
What happened?
Well, the person.
This is pretty disgusting of him, in my opinion, by the way. It's pretty disgusting of you to do a heinous thing and traumatize all of these people that have to find these one dead and one very broken person. The police that had to deal with that woman that didn't even know she was bleeding, she couldn't feel anything, that is traumatizing for them. I don't like cops, and that kind of job, that's what they're here for, and I do feel some empathy for the human that has to walk into that. Any human that has to walk into that, and then the medical staff that has to take that poor woman who is in complete shock, who cannot feel, and get her through this traumatic hell while she's telling them, I don't even want to go to the hospital. And he's going to sit here and play like, what happened? What happened? What do you mean? Heinous.
That came in ended up shooting her. So
she's dead?
Yeah.
Heinous coward piece of filth is not going to be able to fake this well. I am predicting this is going to be a terrible acting job.
So.
Oh my god. This is news to me. I don't know anything about it.
Complete news, complete surprise.
They told me when they picked me up, they're investigating.
What's the rocking? Okay, I rock, but I'm autistic. Leave me alone. And what's the rocking? Are you? I hate it so much. Am I feeling poked because I'm autistic and I rock? Is that why I noticed that and I feel poked? Maybe that's why I feel poked. Maybe that's why. I do feel poked though. Fucking fucker. You're a bad actor, you shit ass.
The homicide. I did not think I just, there's some weird stuff's been happening to me since I've been in Bozeman. So
Was he about to admit it? Was he about to say, I didn't think I killed... What is he about to say is weird shit that's happening since he'd been in Bozeman? Pity play. Most definitely. Most definitely. Yeah, no, I agree, Adam. This shit is no help to him. He should have remembered to shut the fuck up Friday. You need me to rewind? Okay. Let's go to the beginning of his act, I guess. Yeah, we'll go to the beginning of his act.
The person that came in ended up shooting her. So
she's dead?
Yeah. So.
Oh my god. This is news to me. I don't know anything about it.
I'm trying so hard not to rock, and I rock side to side, but it doesn't matter. Why is he rocking? Fucker, he's pissing me off. First of all, his act is terrible, as predicted. His act is terrible. And sir, what is the rocking? Did you turn 3? gods, and that feels wrong to say because I rock. Gods, I hate it so much. I hate it so much. It's like he's trying to infantilize himself. Does it not? Isn't it? Like, it's like he's trying to infantilize himself to make himself seem innocent. It's like he has to become childlike, or what he sees as childlike in his mind, to become innocent. And it just looks like a fucking like 5 or 6 year old that just got busted throwing their juice cup across the room, and you're fussing at them, telling them they have to wipe it up. And I don't wanna, and it really wasn't my fault. You upsetted me. And you know, come on. Come on. That may be true too, Vidingale. I didn't think about that. So it could, okay. Well, thank you all for helping me check my bias. See, this is why Purple Team is the best team. Everybody, pay attention. Purple Team gets me to like check and walk through my own biases, and they're informing me that I am kind of an asshole. I mean, none of them has said that because they're very fucking nice people, though I'm gonna say it. And I am feeling poked because I rock, and it can be a somatic, soothing response for other people besides myself. There. I have corrected. Thank you, Purple Team, for helping me correct. You are beautiful and wonderful, as always. Yeah, no, that too, Carla. Oh, so well. Maybe that's the other thing that's bugging me about his response, because he doesn't even show a visibly disturbed look. His face is kind of monotone. He was just told the woman he's supposed to have loved died. Like, where is his like expression other than this rocking and folding himself up like a child? Where's the expression? Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking, Kaya, is it feels like trying to feign immaturity. That's really what it feels like. Y'all are the best. Thank you.
Complete news, complete surprise.
They told me when they picked me up they're investigating a homicide. I did not think there's some weird stuff's been happening to me since I've been in Bozeman.
That's what we've been talking about the last 2 weeks. And I mean, I didn't name it what it is. T just came in saying that she's been reading this, or she was reading this article about alpine divorce and how men have lately been talking their girlfriend and wives into going on these hikes that they know that they can't do, and like leaving them up there or pushing them off the cliff. And like last week and the week before, that was what Garrett Koenig did, was what we would call an alpine divorce. He took her for her birthday, he set up this hike on this very dangerous trail, and then tried to throw her off a cliff. Fucking weird. Thank you for all the validation and confirmation. Y'all are the best. Yeah, I think he is trying to elicit sympathy in any way he knows how, and it feels like he's trying to infantilize himself to do so. Yes, Purple Team is the best team.
So I'm like, geez,
Yeah.
His rocking is making me self-conscious about my rocking. Fuck her! Fuck her!
Everyone's on right now.
I understand this is very difficult.
Yeah.
And if let's say
you think I did it? I didn't do it.
Boom. 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 That is his first admission, by the way. Now, all of this extra movement, this faster movement, this is honest nerves. This is honest. Now he's afraid he's been caught. Now he's feeling for himself. Now we're going to start seeing real emotion. Let's see what real emotion looks like. And this is the thing about bottling your emotion and never allowing yourself to feel your emotions and things. You don't know what an honest emotion looks like when you're trying to pretend to do it, my guy. If there is one reason, gentlemen, that you should learn to process your emotions and like sit with them and feel them, learn what they feel like. Learn what the emotions feel like. I mean, even if learn what the emotions feel like. I'm not even gonna say the other thing. Just learn what they feel like. I promise you, they pass on their own. And if you don't dig hooks into them and pull them in and just hold them, they'll just pass through you. And it's hard. I'm not going to lie. And some emotions fucking suck. Just feel them. Just sit there and have your body go through its things and your mind go through its things. Take a minute to acknowledge what your stomach is doing, what your chest is doing, what your throat is doing. Give yourself a minute to sit with it. Acknowledge what it is, learn what it is, and it will fuck off. It is your body talking to you. It's your body telling you something. Pay attention to this thing. Hey, there's this thing. Pay attention. It's because your body keeps the score, even the score of the shit you're stuffing in a bottle that's the cap's gonna explode off of at some point. Your body knows that you feel that shit, whether you're lying to yourself about it or not. Your body is keeping track. So feel the thing so that it can go away. So that it doesn't become another ache, another acid reflux episode, another ulcer in your gut, another whatever it becomes. Another behavior you don't want to be known for. Process it. Let it fuck off. Learn what your emotions feel like so that when you're facing something real, you can get through it. You know what it's like to have those big feelings. You know what it's like to process through them. And you don't do something absurd and go from whatever this guy's life was to what it's about to become.
We gotta look at the big. I didn't say you did it. Never do anything. I'm asking you to give us any information that you can about anything, whether it was you or not.
Paul explains that there's no way he can be involved, and he can prove it. He was home all day except for a single occasion.
Gosh, it was late. I actually did go out. I went and got a six-pack of beer around midnight at Town Pump.
The detectives don't have to take Paul's word for it. His children, Joe and Natalie, both tell investigators a similar story.
So they went on a beer run about midnight. What time did they get back?
It didn't take them long. It was probably like 15, 20 minutes.
Surveillance footage from the Town Pump convenience store shows Paul entering the store to buy beer at 12:34. With his alibi established, Paul launches into a timeline of his deteriorating relationship with Lauren. What he may not realize is that he's also unknowingly narrating his own descent down a dark path.
It started in like July. She's going through like a midlife crisis, and she's staying gone. She's coming home late and drunk.
It was around this time, about 6 months earlier, that Paul began recording his conversations with Lauren.
You're constantly going out with other people. You're staying over late. You won't come home when you say you will. You avoid me every second you can. You stay away from me every second you can. You don't come around me at all unless you have to.
It's just like whenever she's home, everything's very tense and uncomfortable because I feel like I don't know her anymore. It's just all of a sudden, as soon as we moved to Bozeman, she just completely changed.
During that time, Lauren was again coming home late and being.
Note how they're trying to paint her as the enemy. She's the bad guy, because you can't have a perfect victim. By the way, there are no perfect victims, but this is how victim blaming happens, and this is an aspect of rape culture. And blaming the victim and vilifying them in order to make it sound less bad what he did. And that is why Gerhard Koenig will not spend very much time in prison for trying to throw Ariel off a cliff. Because of rape culture. Because of this right here. This vilifying of the victim. Well, she had friends that weren't part of the family and she wanted to have a life and she wanted to explore the world without him and well, we can't have that. He's her husband, he owns her. That kind of bullshit mindset let a jury decide that it was partly her fault why he tried to throw her off a cliff. We're literally having this conversation because a man got attempted homicide via severe mental distress charges instead of attempted murder charges. And because men keep doing this shit and people have assigned their morals and ethics to these men. And these men won't manage their emotions. They won't process their shit. And so when something big happens that they can't process, they explode. And somebody's got to die. And it's always one of these average ass white men. But they want me to say NAM.
Kind of mean to us and not really wanting to hang out with baby. Tell me about that. She's just real snappy about stuff whenever she did talk to us. Yeah. And she never really wanted to hang out anymore.
I don't know anything goes on in my house, right?
Well, you can say you've never seen me brush your teeth before.
Right, if I say that, I must not be paying attention.
Guess not, because I brushed your teeth all.
She didn't want to be around because he was triangulating those kids against her. She didn't want to be around because he was psychologically abusing her. She didn't want to be around because she was being constantly berated and trying to manage everybody's emotions and still be a person. This happens because of what our society normalizes. This happens because men will not process their emotions. Do you want to be this man? Are you that worried about what that guy over there says about your man card? Or do you think maybe it's time to, figure it out, find a therapist, have those hard talks and get it together? Only y'all can decide, gentlemen. None of us can touch the homosocial ick pond. You have to climb out and swim somewhere else if you don't want to end up like this. Because at the rate that y'all's unearned privilege cycle is going and the rate that y'all are consuming unearned privilege, pretty soon it's going to be more of you than not doing this one as well as the one we're going to talk about tomorrow. This man filmed the downfall. He filmed himself berating her because he thought that by berating her on camera and demeaning her on camera, people would see his side, He's so put upon. He's so put upon. And she probably wasn't a perfect victim. She probably had plenty of moments where she was an asshole. We all do. Every one of us has asshole moments. Every one of us has times where we just can't social right now, where we just don't have any more energy to give. Every one of us. Not one of us is perfect. We all mess up. Some of us, though, are willing to process that shit. We're willing to go to the mirror. We're willing to check ourselves and check our biases. And is it hard? Yes. Does it hurt? Yes. Sometimes. A lot less than the flogging that I used to do in order to maintain this vicious, disgusting patriarchal cycle, though. I will tell you that. And nobody deserves to continuously flog themselves because men are afraid to change. Because the patriarchy really, really loves it when you boys shine yourselves up and become the perfect little tool. That's why they socialized you the way they did. fucking insidious. That pond of homosocial ick, you can climb out of it. You just have to want to. You have to care more about yourself and your interactions and your life and your engagements in this world than you do about the guy waving a man card in your face. I hope you choose. I hope you choose to climb out of the homosocial ick pond. I truly do. I truly hope that for you. And I'm gonna keep hoping it. Keep hoping it. I'm gonna have as much faith as I can possibly stand to hold out for you little stinks. And I will keep offering the conversation with you as long as I can stand it. When I can't stand it anymore, I'm gonna back out though, because it's not my responsibility to fix you, it's your responsibility to fix you. However, I will tell you the truth as long as I can stand to do so. I'll offer to have the conversation as long as I can stand to do so. And I will throw pom-poms for you every time you make it to the fucking end of one. So, with that, red team, you're out of here. You're out of here. I don't want to give you pom-poms because then I have to stand up. So, I'm sorry. I have fibro, it hurts. Woohoo! Woohoo! You made it! Okay. There you go. You've been celebrated. Please go do that thing you do, red team. You know? The thing? Every time you say a bad thing about you or you think one, you say two good things out loud about you. Different ones throughout the day. That thing? Yeah. Okay. You know, go forth. Do the thing. Okay, bye. See you later. It was good seeing you. See you later, red team. We're gonna go listen to real music now without you. If you want, you can come and join us on green team. I'm not inviting you to purple team. You're not purple team material. I'm sorry. I know, I'm mean. It's fine. I see you later. I see you tomorrow. See you later. Bye, red team. Okay, red team's going away now.